This will be a quick demo of Microsoft Whiteboard. The reason I'm showing this is it has some features that makes it a little better than if you're using Collaborate and you're using Collaborate's Whiteboard, which I'll also show in another tutorial. But this has some features that are pretty nice. The primary one is that if you do use it and you're using it to sketch or draw, you can save those images and use them later, unlike the Collaborate Whiteboard. Now, I've got this downloaded and I'll show you how to do that if you would like to at the end of this tutorial. But the nice thing is I'll show you right out of the gate that if I back up from this first screen, I'll have the other screens that perhaps I've already put something on. So if I like these and I've used them, I can download them as PNG files, or I can reuse them, or I can delete them. Let me go to create a new whiteboard though. And just so you know, you have this little toolbar at the base. If I click the pen, I get pen options. And then if I click this little checkbox, it goes back to that. I can put on just text. I can add a note to this. I can add images through the camera, through my library, or through search. I can also add these different documents. And I've got undo and redo here. And then the other settings are up here, which I'll get to in a moment. First, let's look at the pen real fast. So if I choose the black pen, fine. If I click it though, you'll see I get the other options. How wide I want the pen to be, what color I can make the change right here. And sure enough, that's wide and it's the appropriate color. I hit undo. And there we go. Okay, so this is self-evident. This is a highlighter here. We also have an eraser, and then we have the ruler function. The ruler function is a little tricky. If you pull it up here and I say I want to draw a straight line, it's going to snap to it. So now I've got the straight line, that's fine. However, to change the angle of it, if you have a scroll wheel on your mouse, you can do this. And I just move that, and I'm going to say I want it to be completely flat. Next time I bring it up, it will it'll have that as well. So I can do that. I can click it on or off, simple as you please. And then I can use this to select. I have to draw around the entire object I want to select, and only that one will be selected. And of course, the other items here are self-evident. And lastly, I'll just show you real quick. On this side, if I come over here, I can also say that I want ink to shape. Now you've got to draw these relatively well. And using a mouse, it's very hard, but using a tablet pen, it's a little easier. I have my pen chosen, and I'm going to draw a square. And I can't overlap with anything else, but you'll see what that does. It fills that in. Now, if you're teaching chemistry or something where you have to make a lot of these sort of difficult to draw shapes, you've got to get pretty close before it'll work. And with a mouse, it's going to be really hard for me to do that at all. And there you go. And now I'm going to go back out of here. I want to save this one, and I'm going to export it to my desktop. And the only option we have here is to save it as an image. So if you think you'd like to use the Microsoft Whiteboard and you don't have it installed, then I'll show you the simple steps to downloading that and installing it. You can do it yourself. You don't need IT to do this. So I'm just going to do a quick search for Microsoft Whiteboard download. And sure enough, I'll skip past the ads and I'll come down to the first one and it'll say Get Microsoft Whiteboard. And then I'll come over in here at Get. And now I'm going to come over here and I'm going to choose Get again. And this will naturally download it to wherever your downloads go. And after downloading, it automatically installs it. And I'm going to come over here and just hit Open from this source right here, and it'll open it. I'll accept terms, and I'll hit Get Started. And I'll sign in with my Blue Ridge account because that's associated with this computer. And there you go. That's all there's to it.